Welcome to Outside the Boss podcast, the place where you will learn how to become a self-employed and a visionary to your own passion. Don't set it up on working for somebody else while you know you can do much better. In this podcast, we're going to talk about marketing, sales, and entrepreneurship. So stick around to learn more. And we're live. What's up, people?
Hello.
Hope you had a wonderful week and that you're getting to this weekend satisfied from your accomplishments. This episode is really special, right?
Yeah, it will be special. It will be something different.
Yeah, because we want you to implement the things you really want to get in life, implement the actions. This podcast is the first one of 3 that we'll be talking about. Shachaf, please take it from me. Tell them about it.
It will be a mini course, let's say, because if you're listening to this podcast, maybe a part of you would like to go free and a part of you would like to have and use his own skill in order to make an income and finally live to his potential. So as we know what an entrepreneur, self-employed, a skill owner should have and should master in order to have a successful business, so we wanted to share with you the 3 most things. Actually, it's two important things, but each one we will go over in each and every chapter. And the subject today is sales, and the next week will be marketing. These 2 verticals are the most important things whenever you're starting your own business.
And don't look at sales as something which might be scary, because eventually you will figure out how to develop your own style in it. And although you will have to get out of the comfort zone in order to get things for yourself, it doesn't matter if it's in business or in life. Although you will get out of the comfort zone, you will eventually get used to it and you will start enjoying it because you will do it on your own way. So this episode, we're going to split into 2 sections. The first one is about learning sales. And this is, I will give Shachaf the stage because he's better than me. He has more experience than me selling stuff. So this is the first part. And the second part will be about how to implement these things in your life, even though you don't have a business right now and you don't have really something to sell.
Sure. So I would just do a quick introduction of, because I think that people that will listen to this podcast might never done sales, might be scary for the term sales, as you said. Mm-hmm. So the first and foremost that I would like to discuss is how the mindset behind how you will see sales. Because if you're coming from a place that I hate sales and salespeople are pushy and they're lying and they're sneaky and sneezy, it won't work. So you won't be able to succeed. You need to understand that the salesperson is like a doctor. You need to come with a doctor mentality from the first second that you're starting to do sales. And you need to understand.
This is good.
Helping your client, helping the people that need your skills. So you can't come out as a pushy. You come out as a problem solver, as a doctor, because figure that if you come to the doctor and he says, in the minute that you're sitting down, the doctor says, this is the antibiotic, it's $500. But you don't know what I have. You don't know what is my problem. But so you afraid to buy from that doctor. You feel that he is pushy. But if you come to the doctor and he asks, what is the problem? Where does it pain? What is the effects? What happened to you in the last weeks? What were you eating? And et cetera. And you asking questions and you're answering, you can understand that he is a professional, right? Ask yourself.
So taking the time to understand what are the pain points of your ideal customer, the prospect that is in front of you.
This is more advanced what you're talking about. I just want to talk about the first step and the mindset. Be sure that you know that salesperson is like a doctor. He wants to help and it's not a salesman that is pushy and is a liar. It's an old thing of the past, because today you can't lie. Customers are very smart. They know how to use the internet. They know how to research. They don't want to spend their money that easily. Things have been changed. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a mindset about sales, that I want you to start here and ask yourself, why are you thinking that way? Why you think salesperson is pushy, is sleazy, and work with that. And we will help you here as well to give you some thoughts and some tips in order to figure out. But this was the first thing that I wanted to discuss.
The
Now,
mindset.
if you already have a job that, I don't know, you hate, or you don't feel like you getting a full potential from, so how would I start to learn sales? So I want to give you practical tips and things to do, and in order to start and learn sales and understand better the world of sales. So the first thing that I will do, I will pick up a book. Okay, we all have free time, and I know sometimes it's hard to read books, and most of us we are different people. Some types of people learn by reading, learn by listening, learn by watching.
Mm-hmm.
But we have here, I will give you some classic books in order to start. So the first thing that I will read is How to Win Friends and Influence People from
Dale Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an amazing book, isn't it?
Maybe the first book I read in my life, and one of the best books.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Warren Buffett took his courses, and he says it's the most valuable course he ever took in influence and actually, talking with people. And
It's
Warren Buffett,
$1 billion
yeah,
in value bombed into a short book. This is a good start. This is a good place to
yeah.
go.
Just a small insight. Warren Buffett is one of the richest people in the world. So if he says that, I believe that he has some. He can back it up.
Yeah.
Um, if you want a different book, is Influence, sorry, by Robert Cialdini. Really great book. Will help you understand what are the 7 aspects that you need to control in order to influence people. Okay, there's a lot of things to go over there. If you're familiar with Sell Like Crazy from Sabri Subi, is a
Mm-hmm.
great marketer, one of the best in Australia's, and I really enjoyed, and Amir as well, I think, enjoyed this
Yeah,
book.
definitely.
Go over there some sales aspect that you need to understand, and he really explained the doctor mentality. And if you will read this book, you will understand what I talked about.
Yeah.
Uh,
This book is actually more deep than just selling. Sales, it's about business. Like it will set you up in a good mental state into business, and you will be more prepared to do the transition into becoming self-employed. This is a really deep and advanced book. Yeah.
yeah. So, but you should definitely read it. It will give you a perspective on business, another perspective on marketing, another perspective on sales. And I really enjoyed this book.
Yeah.
So dedicate like 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day to read a book, maybe before you're going to work, maybe in the night before you're going to sleep. But as but don't be rough on yourself. Like if you're missing one day, it's okay, but try to get the ball rolling. Try every day to read the 15 minutes, and like write down one thing that you learned from that 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It will increase dramatically the value that you take from books. This is from my
Yeah.
experience.
Some people say they don't have time to do it, but then after work they go home and do like they binge a series on Netflix, which is okay, I guess. This is another way to refresh
You can
yourself.
binge The Wolf of Wall Street. It will be
Oh snap! This is a good movie. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's
yeah.
another mentality you should go through. But I want to add something which might be really important. It's not only about sales. It's about like success in general. Okay, in like building yourself up. Try to have only one mentor at a time. Okay, it doesn't mean that you will have to like marry one salesperson in order to learn sales, but according to the stage you are at right now, try to find one mentor that will take you into the other stage. And then you can like check again if there's somebody else who can help you better to get to the other stage. So just try to figure out where you're at, what you want to achieve, and then just focus on one strategy and implement it in order to get to the next stage. Don't like listen to a lot of people at the same time. This way you will probably stay more confused and you will have less time to actually implement the actions. And
totally agree.
do you have anything to add on books and like educational
No, I prefer
part?
to give you. I prefer to give three options because I want you to choose one, and I don't give you lots of options. It's also a marketing thing that we will discuss over, but I totally recommend start with a book, understand the concept, the most basic concepts, and as Amir said, also focus on one. If you're deciding to go with something, try to dedicate a 3 months trial, 2 months trial, okay, to dedicate time to implement things. And it's hard because I made these mistakes. I was learning from him and learning from that, from learning from that person and watching that video and that course. And eventually, sometimes it's hard to get in your unique way, especially in the beginning. So definitely it's a good advice, I think, what you said over there. And no, this was my recommendation about books.
Okay, amazing. And just, you know, the first part is education, and the second one, which might be like same importance as the education or even more, is the implementation. The implementation is the stage where you're like taking what you've learned and make it go through your brain and get out to the world with your mindset. So it makes you like, it makes it more personal, and it changes your brain in a good way in business. And even if you're working somewhere and you don't really have anything to sell, well, this might be your thought about it, you still have anything in the world to sell. You have yourself to sell to your friends. Like we talked about earlier, you have, if you have a relationship, you can try to be more influential on where you're going, about the conversations you're having, about the binging you want to do on Netflix. Don't do that. Stop that. Just kidding. Don't stop that if you want, but read books. And you can convince your boss to have to give you like better conditions in your work. You can, if you're going to a vacation and you're getting to an hotel, you can always convince the receptionist to give you an upgrade. And this is leading to the other point. Always try to get out of your comfort zone. Try to get into this mentality of doing every day something you haven't done before, ever. Even if it, especially if it feels uncomfortable. Just get out there and put yourself out. Don't be afraid to ask for discounts. Don't be afraid to ask for upgrades, for, I don't know, for better terms in your job. But just put yourself in a scary place, and that will be your chance to implement what you have learned from the books, from the educational part. And this is like gold. This is like gold. And when you will get to the point when you have your own business, you're already familiar with getting out of your comfort zone because you're doing it every day.
Yeah. Also, small thought that I have, like, if you're willing, it's not for everyone, but if you're willing to leave your job and maybe try to look for a sales job, or maybe try to get the sales in your job, because this is the best time that you will be able to learn in order, and actually on live. What I mean that you actually, money involves and emotion involves, and then you get the improvement even higher and faster, because each and every mistake that you're doing costs money, and and you have a boss that always looking around you and see what you're doing. And I hope you will get a good sales manager that will like to improve you. But this is a really good option for you in order to prepare for business, because you're getting salary, you're getting commissions, but it's not your responsibility. The business is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is only to sell. And you will understand the tenets behind sales and how people when today you sold and you sold like, let's say $100,000, and the next day you didn't sell nothing, and people doesn't look about yesterday, they look about today, what you've done every day. So it's very competitive, and you understand what it is sales, that each and every day you need to come and perform and put your best out there, and you cannot, one day it's bad, one day it's good, and you need to put it out there each and every day. And also, as Amir said, go out from your comfort zone. I really, really believe in it, because the comfort zone is what
is the enemy.
No, the brain wants to protect us. So he always do what he thinks, that will protect us. So if I'm trying to get the discount in Starbucks, like what? No one ever asked for a discount in Starbucks. So your brain, no, don't do it. It's not a good thing, because you understand. And when you do that action and you actually break out, like tell your brain, shut up. Right now I'm deciding, boom, you get 1% of improvement. And
yeah, you show your brain it's not that terrible.
Yeah, look for this 1% movement each and every day. 1%, you don't want more, because if you're familiar with compound effect, that if every day you put in 1%, figure out the numbers in 2 or 3 years, you get improvement of 300 or 400% about your abilities. So just look around this thing, around improvement each and every day.
Yeah, I just thought about something that might be really important. In my perspective, sales is not about taking. It's important to say it, because I think part of you who are listening right now are pretty scared about sales, especially if you're not familiar to it. And I think that sales is actually about giving. It's about, like Shachaf said before, it's about understanding the one you're talking to right now, and let him feel that you understand him, that you are really listening to him, and then give a solution. Give a solution that will generate a win-win to both of you. So this is an actually more holistic way to look at sales, which might look, even if you're selling like a product or a service that you believe that can improve people's life, or even if you're looking for an upgrade when you're going to an hotel, in both cases, you should ask yourself, what is the thing that they will get from giving me what I'm asking for? And if you're going to an hotel and ask for an upgrade, if you will like show them that giving it to you will make them more happy or more satisfied, or will put a smile on their face in this shift on their work, it will be probably cost effective for them, because they don't have to actually pay for the room. They just like riding you to another room, which is upgraded. But if you make them feel good about it, make them feel like they're a good person, that they've done something good, this is a good interest to speak on when you're asking for something, or at least like giving them that feeling that they're about to feel really good about giving you what you want.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you, Shachaf. Like,
yeah,
how do you improve your sales skills?
That's a good question, because as someone who always looking to improve themselves, and I think that I'm pretty fine with sales, and of course I have a lot to get improved. Always looking forward to people who I know generated 10 times more or 100 times more from me with sales. Always trying to understand what the customer wants, like what he actually mean. Because I heard yesterday a lecture from Jacko, which is a former Navy SEAL, very, very famous around YouTube. And he said that he talks about influence, and he said that he was in an operation, and everyone was ready to shoot, and no one shoot the command. No one said shoot, or no one said nothing, and he waited and waited, and like 15, 20 seconds passed, and when you're waiting to shoot and something like that, so it's a lot of time. So he decided to take a step back and see the situation from backwards. So he's saying, I took just this kind of step, like stepping back forward, and I saw what we need to do. And we said that it influences in sales that sometimes that someone says something, so you need to understand why he's saying it. Like take a step backwards and understand what he really means. And this is when you will be able to influence someone, because we always saying something, but most of the time we're meaning something else. So you need to understand
Mm.
the meaning behind what people said. Because think about yourself. The last time that you said, I don't have the money or I don't have the time, did you really mean it? Like 80% of the time, it's not true. It's not true. Something is below that. Something is way deeper. And a normal
Yeah.
salesperson, he's trying to always solve the thing on the surface. But the excellent salesperson is going deeper and understand the deep reason why. And so for your question, I'm always looking for people who's better than me. I always read books. I'm hearing lectures of CEOs, of great business owners, and taking courses sometimes, and taking consulting, of course, and use material that works. I'm a true fan of things that works and model it. I'm
Yeah.
less of a person who want to create the wheel and want to invent something that no one does. So, and how about you? How you try to improve yourself?
Yeah. What you said is really interesting. Like, I want to, like, to give my 2 cents on what you just said.
Yeah.
Not 2 cents, but like empowering what you said. You said part of the process is to understand the other part. This is a skill that you want to master by itself, right?
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. This is actually about just being a human being. It's not about even sales. It's just every time you're in a room, if you can get into the heads of the people around you, you will be able to influence more of them. So this is actually an art. This is a good thing you said, to get into their heads. And that's it about that. Now, what I do when I want to improve, not only sales, by the way, every process I think needs to be improved. I go and I listen to myself, and not only to the mentors. What do I mean by that? I mean that if I just had a sales call, I will record it and I will listen to it in order for me to understand what are the things I said that weren't authentic enough. What do I think needs to be improved for the next time? What are the things I need to let go from my strategy? And I have this whole formula in my head on how to do sales from other people, from mentors, but then I go and I tweak it a little bit in order for it to suit me, to fit to my beliefs. And I do it all the time, by the way, even phone calls, even with my wife. Sometimes we have an argument on the phone and, I'm angry, and then I finish the call and I know that I can stay angry for the rest of the rest of the day until we see her next time. Or I can go and listen what was the thing that messed it all up and what I could do better. This is really, this is linked to our previous episode about the growth mindset. Always looking for a way to improve, not only externally, like learning from other people, but also, even if not more importantly, internal. Just listen to yourself, what you would have done differently in order to be authentic, because people will trust you in sales and in every other social event, or I don't know, in the social life, when you are 100% authentic, that you don't hide anything behind your words. The people will see in your eyes that you are 100% of what you're saying. And the way to get there is just listening to yourself and figuring out what you could have done better. Yeah.
I think that we just need to summarize it in order, because we gave a lot of value here. So if you're about to begin and you're on your path in order to use your skill or get from an employee to a skill owner, a business owner, or self-employed. So there is two important things: sales and marketing. So if you want to, and we started today about around sales. So pick a book. It's action number one. Step out of your comfort zone. It's step number two. And we gave some examples. Okay, ask for a discount. Ask for better terms. Ask for a raise. Ask for things that make you uncomfortable. And I think that the three will be always look forward to improve yourself. Okay, always look forward of someone who's better than you, who's doing the thing, who's, I don't know, earning millions, earning $100 a month, and try to see what they're doing. And also important thing is understand the other side. Always try to take a step forward, backwards, understand what the other side says, and this will get you to success. So anything to add, Amir?
I think I have a crazy idea. I don't know what you think about it, but let's try. I don't know.
Sure.
You can go and read books, and you can go and learn, like from videos and from audiobooks. It's fine. But if you want help, like practical help from people who are like doing sales calls all day long, like for years, we can give you, let's do it no cost at first, okay? We can give you half an hour of private call with one of us, and we will listen to where you are right now, and we will probably be able to help you a little bit, getting like tweaking the things that are most importantly in order to like generate a better skill set out of sales. What do you say, Shachaf?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
if you need that help, just PM us. We will let's talk over there, and let's figure out when we can talk. We'll give you half an hour of free consultation. That's on us. And that's because we love you. It won't be there forever, this free call. So just, take it as long as you can.
Take advantage, guys.
Yeah. Take advantage of us.
Yeah, looking forward for the next one, marketing. I think it's also an interesting.
Oh, yes. Marketing is the best part. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone you know needs to hear it. And until next time, we hope you get outside the box.